Hello everyone, this is Tushita Gupta, co-founder at Being ACCA. Now this video is going to be your ACCA PM exam roadmap for March 2025 exams that you're just about to have. Now presently I am recording this video on the 27th of January 2025, which leaves you 4-5 days of January, and you've got the entire February for yourself. So this is the amount of time that we have remaining towards the ACCA PM March 25 exam. Now in this video I'm going to tell you how you can go ahead, like if you start from today onwards, what your focus should going to be, and we are going to talk about what all are the essential factors which you should take care of when you are preparing for your March 25 exam. So the very first thing which I would like to start off with is have a target for your syllabus completion. So by maximum you should have your syllabus completed by the first week of February. So set a deadline for your own self that you're supposed to finish the entire syllabus by the 7th of February 2025 at the very maximum. So you should not exceed beyond this date. The reason why I'm saying this is what I'm going to tell you now. So why I'm asking you to finish entirely your syllabus by the first week of February is because PM these days is becoming increasingly a discussion based paper. So like PM used to be earlier, it's not something which is going to which continues to remain. So for example, earlier people could master the numbers and they were able to clear the exam, but as we see the recent trends, I have examined so many exam performance feedbacks of the students who unfortunately could not clear the exam. Just recently I have analyzed the results of the December students who could not make it, and one very common thing which I observed in almost all of the feedbacks was their inability to be able to draft the section C answers. So that means they were good at the numbers, but they were not able to explain their calculations. They were not able to draft their section C answers. So this is something which can contribute towards your failure towards the exam. So this is something that if you know that this can lead you to fail, you should be taking care of it. So the next 2 to 3 weeks of your February should go totally into practice. And by practice, a lot of students would have a misinterpretation over here. Most of you would practice the numericals, you will do it on your own, check your answers at the back, and be very happy. Oh, yes, we matched the numbers at the back. But what do you do when it comes to the discussion based questions? A lot of students, majority of students, what they do is they're just going to read the answers at the back of the kit, and they're going to think that they are some sort of a superhero. They're going to get the ability to draft the answers of the same level just by having a read at those answers. Believe you me, you are not superheroes. You are normal human beings. You are we as human beings, we require practice if you want to acquire any skill. Drafting your own answers is a skill. So if you want to have that skill, you are supposed to practice to achieve that skill, to achieve that level of mastery. So ensure that whenever you're practicing section C questions, you're not just merely reading those questions at the back of the kit, the answers that are given there. You are also typing out and drafting your own answers. Now whenever you are drafting your own answers, you're going to find that some places you will feel stuck, that okay, I do not know how do I frame my answer further. So that is when you have to reach out to your mentor, also your tutor or your mentor, who will let you know that okay, in this question this is something that you can add on, this is something which is written wrongly, or this can be framed better in the XYZ manner. So here you're not only going to improve on your drafting, but you're also going to improve conceptually. Then talking about one more thing which you're supposed to take care of is with respect to the time management. So we all know that the ACCA exam is a 100-mark exam, and you're going to get 180 minutes to answer those 100 marks of questions. So now that translates 1.8 minute per mark. So for every mark you have 1.8 minutes in the paper. Now you're going to divide your time accordingly. Whenever you practice a question, you're going to set a timer accordingly. Let's suppose you're practicing a 20 marker question. So 20 multiplied by 1.8 gives you 36 minutes. So 36 minutes timer is what you will set for yourself, and you will ensure that you are completing your questions within time. Now if you inculcate this right on the very first day when you're beginning your practice, you are building in yourself a very good skill of time management. Another reason why students are not able to succeed in this paper is because they were lagging in time management. Even if you know the paper entirely, even if you know each and everything that is being asked in the paper, but you're not able to finish the entire 100 marks of paper, that really leaves you with very fewer chances of passing rather than if you had attempted the entire 100 marks of paper. So have this thing very clear in mind with you, that you're supposed to take very good care of time management. Now coming to another aspect, that section C questions, the topic from which these section C questions get tested, this is also becoming more unpredictable day by day. Earlier, for example, you would not expect a section C question coming in from a topic like the seasonal fluctuations or the regression analysis per se. So this is something which the examiner has recently started. They are surprising you by giving you questions from those topics in section C which you never thought could even come up in section C. So now you've got to prepare yourself very nicely. If you do not prepare well, if you only prepare for those topics which you see that okay, commonly this and this topic is tested, so I will only prepare these topics for section C. So if you do that, what is going to happen is, if a new topic is tested in the exam by the examiner, you're going to feel panicky. You're going to think that, oh my god, I have not practiced even a single question of section C from this topic. How am I going to answer it now? So to avoid this panic, to avoid messing up an entire section C answer in your paper, it is very important that you practice all questions from all different types of sections. Each topic should be prepared for every section that it can be tested in. Then coming towards what all you will also consider while practicing. While practicing, you will also ensure that you give equal importance to all sections of your paper. Section A MCQs, section B MCQs, and section C questions. All of them should be given importance. It should not be like you are only focusing on section A and B, you are ignoring section C. It should not be like you're only focusing on section B and C, you're ignoring section A. So each and every section of your syllabus should be given proper importance while you are preparing for your exam. Now coming towards what are the resources which you're going to cover in these 2 to 3 weeks of practice. The very first thing is with respect to your kits, so BPP and Kaplan kits, as well as the study hub. Second resource is going to be your past papers. Third resource is going to be the examiner's report. So you are going to take care that if, let's suppose for example, you're not able, if you think that because of time issues you're only going to get the time to solve only one kit, so then you're going to start off with BPP first. The reason why I say that is because BPP questions are closer to the real exam level questions. So if you feel that you will only be able to solve one kit entirely, then you are starting off with BPP. If you are left with time, we can always go to the easier versions later. So BPP is what you're going to start off with. Now coming back towards the practice aspect, it is very important that with practice you also get to know that how exactly you're supposed to draft the answers, what are the points that should be there so that your answer becomes a good quality answer. Usually you can reach out to your tutor or your mentor to review your answers for you, that whether or not you're covering the relevant points, what all can be further added to improve your answer quality. Now if you are, let's suppose, self-studying or your tutor does not give you a proper doubt support or query support like this, so we also have test series for the PM exam at Being ACCA. So this is exactly what I do over there. I make you guys practice questions, I give you a proper feedback, evaluating your specific script. I give you feedback points that this is where you can improve, and then ultimately I'm there to answer each and every query that you may have. So this is what I do with respect to the test series. And before I just close this video, the very last thing which I would like you guys to do is that once you have the last week left before the exam, so if your exam is on a Wednesday, the the last Wednesday before your exams Wednesday, that should be when you should be attempting a full-fledged mock exam, and that mock exam should be evaluated by someone. Why do I say a time frame of 1 week is important? Because if you only do it at the very last stage when only 1 to 2 days are left, you're going to feel panicky that, oh, I do not know this, I do not know that, how am I going to improve upon this? But if you do it 1 week before, you will have enough time to work upon the feedback that has been provided by the marker to you. So if you have a tutor or a mentor who can check the examination script for you, that's very nice. If you do not have somebody, then I'm going to help you. We also offer mock evaluations for PM at Being ACCA. So if you feel that there's no one to evaluate for you, do let us know, reach us out, and we are going to help you with that. So I hope that this video was useful, and I hope that this will help you form your way ahead, what you're going to do towards the preparation of your March exams. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them out in the comments, or you can also always DM us on Being ACCA's Instagram page. Thank you so much for watching.